Hello, hi, welcome back to this new English class. Hola a todos, bienvenidos a una nueva clase de inglés. Hi, my name is Angel Rafael and I'm your English teacher. So let's get started to the class. Today we are going to use how many, how much quantifiers before nouns. So at the end of the class, you will be able to identify and how to use them in sentences, ¿no? Y cómo usarlos en oraciones. So let's get started. Here we have questions, and they are the most common questions that we can see. Preguntas más comunes que podemos ver. One example, here we have to use how many, and on the other hand, we have how much, right? Have two actions. Actions here, how many cup words are there? One example, that is a question, right? Es una pregunta. And the other side, we have how much life is there. And how many cup words are there? You can answer how many. We want to answer using, in this case, there are. Okay, how many? Because to know that the how many is quantifier, so it's count. Es algo que puedas contar. Here we have how many. Excuse me. The how many. Okay. One example we can answer here using there are. There are a lot of cup words. There are some keywords and there are a few keywords. That's example here, no? Es un ejemplo. So the vocabulary here, those are the vocabularies in this case. It is about 100%. Okay. One example here we have a lot of. It means what, like too much, no? Demasiado. Example, a lot of. They have some. Some is like algo, ¿no? It's like a 50%, ¿no? Como un 50%. A few, ya, más abajo, ¿no? Como un poco. There's a few, no? Como que hay algo de words. In negative, we can see here. Let me show it again. We use there aren't in this case. In negative, we can use in this part. Many and any. So both options are correct. Okay, one example. There aren't many cup words, and there aren't any cup words. Quiere decir que no hay. For example, in this case, no hay. There aren't any cup words in this case. Okay, so on the other side, we have how much. How much is for something that you can count. Espera, lo que no puedes contar. Uncountable nouns, one example. Here we have to take note that question is how much. Okay, how many light is there? Not countable light, for example. There is a lot of light, there is some light, and there is a little. So here we have the part. The vocabulary is here. There's a lot of. We can see here. Let me show you here that they are almost the same, right? So almost a lot of using how many and how much. It also a sum, right? También el sum, right? But there's a little difference, right? La diferencia using a few and a little. That is in positive, yes, positivos, positive and positive sentences. And one example we have, there is a lot of life, there is some life. For example, there is a little life. Hay un poco de luz. One example, right? In negative, what happened with negative? Here we have in negative. Let me show you here. Okay, we use there isn't. Okay, because that is not countable, no, okay, that's contable. We use, for example, in name of there isn't. We can use there isn't much light or there isn't any light. In this case, obviously, I have to identify using other colors. Okay. Let me show you here. Okay, how much light? There isn't any light, right? So, and also we can see here, también podemos darnos cuenta, this any and any, right? Que any podemos usarlo about 24 years, accountables and uncountables, nada más para contables y no contables. So it could be helpful for you, ¿no? Puede ser algo que te pueda ayudar. One example, you can use any in both situations, and also you can see a lot in both situations. A lot. Also, you can use some in both situations, right? En ambas situaciones. When they ask you about how many, you can answer also using how many, but in negative, right? En la forma negativa usamos también el many, si te preguntan con many. If someone asks you about using much, you can also answer in negative using much. And that's the point here. Yes, it's the point. Okay, so in this part, we have to move. With this information, we can't. So we can complete here this part, all right? How much space is there in the kitchen? One example. How much, yes, space is there in the kitchen? So we can complete here. We can complete here one example using how much, how much space is in the kitchen. Why did this? What we can use? Why we have to use much? ¿Por qué tenemos que usar el much? Because space is something that you can count. El espacio es algo que no puedes contar. No es fácil. Okay. Let's see here another match. What happened to the rest, teacher? ¿Qué pasa con el resto? Let me show you here. How much space is in the kitchen? And you can answer, right? ¿Y cómo se respondería? We can say, one example, there, because that is uncountable, usamos el theirs. Vamos a usar el theirs, o there is, lo mismo, okay? It's the same. There's some, one example, no, some space. Some space, period. So that's one of them. Another ones we can say here, nomás que podemos utilizar. Are there cupboards in the kitchen? So we have to identify here that it's cupboards. It means that's plural, right? So in this case, we use many. For sure we use many. Okay, good to know. Okay, what about here? So that is plural, we use there are, for sure. Okay, so we can say now there are a lot of keywords, and then you complete here, ¿no? Ya que completas. Que complete, we have so much. Bueno, tenemos mucho espacio. So you complete here. Another one, how chairs are there in the living room? What do you think comes here? No, ¿crees que viene acá? Yes, for sure. We have to identify again that is chairs, and that is comes in plural, right? So it's going to be easy. We use many, right? We use many. How many chairs are there in the living room? So we have to use there are, for sure. Okay, there are one example. Oh, also we can use in here. Also we can use in negative also. But we can use there are a lot of, or there are some, for example, there are some cup words. Some cup words, right? Oh, in this case, there are some, excuse me, you can say cheers, not right, excuse me. Some cheers. There are some cheers, one example. The problem is that we don't have so much time, right? Okay, I think it's more good. Okay. Now here we have, are there shelves in the bedroom? Are there shelves? Are there shelves? So we have to identify here, right? Shelf. So that is in plural, right? So shelves is in plural. So what do you think comes here? Que es que ven acá? Obviously because here many for sure. Many shelves is in the bedroom, so we can use there are, right? There are, I don't know. Also, you can use number también, hasta puedes poner nombres, but we have to use the vocabulary here. There are, we can use also in negative. One example, I'm going to try in negative. There aren't, so in negativo, por ejemplo, somos. There aren't any what? Any shelf. Good. What about the other part? The number 5, that's the team is the likes, right? How a light is there in the bathroom? How? And so in this case, we have to know a light. We have here a light is not countable, so not countable, so we have to use much. How much light is there in the bedroom? So we have to use there's, or there is, it's the same. There's one example. We can use a lot of, no, in this case, imagine that is positive. A lot of light. Okay, and that is the end of the part. I hope you enjoyed too much the video. Thanks for watching. So see you next time. Nos vemos pronto. Bye bye. See you. Take care.